Hi. Oh my gosh. Hi, Bonnie. Oh my God, I can't believe you're here. It's wonderful to see you. And Guiding Light 1111. Hello from Key West, she says. Fantastic. Thank you for being here. We'll wait a little bit for the room to lock and load with some more people, I'm expecting. And we've got Mindy who woke up. She's in California. And Susanna's there in the UK. Hi. Good day to you. And we've got Cora. Hi, Cora. Welcome back. So good to see you. So Bonnie, who's over on Instagram, I'm over on YouTube as well. I tend to read out the comments as they come along. And then if you can stick around, I will do a 10-minute free session. I'm doing a series on the Reiki principles, and I'm working now through the concept of being kind. So kind of unpacking it as we go through it. So I'm really, really happy to have you guys here. Welcome from a little bit of a brisk Northern Ontario morning. Happy to have you here. All right. I know some more people are showing up, so I will wait a little bit and give a special shout out to Guiding Light 1111 for joining us today. Really happy to have you here. Susanna, so I will give you a special shout out today because of the way that I'm unpacking the concept of just for today, be kind. And it's focused on being centered, grounded, and connected. I woke up thinking the proxy that I needs to help me focus on being grounded, centered, and connected. And what would be better than that than something fossilized? So believe it or not, I opened up the box of crystals that you sent me, or one of the little boxes of crystals, and I immediately pulled out the ammonite. I love this. And this came in the bag of fossilized marine life that you sent me. And this one screamed at me to pick it up and use this as my focal point. So just to remind you that when I do a distance Reiki connection, I don't actually need to hold anything. I don't need to, pick anything specific. But what I do like to have, and this is my personal preference, is something to give my focused attention to so I can be kind of laser focused on what's going on here. So I'll often pick something or I'll write something on a card that gives me that ability to focus directly. And this is the kind of thing that I will go to, is something that gets my attention and helps me focus on elevating the energies for you emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually in the way that you need most, with purpose for you. And I don't know what your individualized purposes are. We're here as a collective, and that's too hard for me to know. But I'm loving the concept of this one as a proxy today, representing all of you who watch live or later, because I will post the excerpt to this as well. So fantastic. Oh, Guiding Light's waving. Look how cute these are. Well, look at the little wavy hands. So adorable. And Susanna says, that's so sweet. I love the fossil. This one is from the Jurassic Coast in Dorset, UK. Again, there's a close-up of it, folks. Can you see how that would help you be grounded, focused, centered? Like really, this brings back history and depth and seriousness, but also the lightness of life. There's something that's just so whole and complete about a fossil. It represents so much, but it's the groundedness and the centeredness, but also the communicativeness of it through time, because it's still kind of existing now, though it's morphed in its biology. It's now stone and not shell, and certainly no creature. But it brings out all of those elements that I want to focus on today. So there we go. All right. I'm not sure who else is going to be popping in today. I'm waiting for Mindy to pop in, and I imagine Wade. Maybe Rita will be here. Let me see this. Oops. Hi, Mindy. Oh, there's Mindy. Hi, Mindy. I just said I was waiting for you to pop in because you told me you were awake. That's wonderful. I did it a half an hour later today with the idea that California on a Saturday morning at 7 a.m. might be too early. That half an hour might make a difference. Some people might be awake. And I know that I have a lot of people who look for this in the West Coast or on the West Coast. And Susanna says, I will join you today with Reiki. I have the Himalayan quartz skull today. Oh, that one's pretty. I've seen you post pictures of that one. It's been going on our nature trips with me. Such a nice energy. Fantastic. I often talk about everybody needs a rock. I've got a children's book and it's literally called Everybody Needs a Rock. It's an Aboriginal Canadian book and it's beautiful. And putting something in your pocket as you go through your day, if you're having moments in your life that are kind of out there and you're having a hard time kind of staying in that moment, it allows you to come right back to the present moment. It allows you to kind of get a grip on something, because sometimes you feel like you're floundering out there. And if you can reach in your pocket and just even not even take it out, but hold it and touch it, and you remember why you put it there, it's not just a willy-nilly article. You've chosen it with purpose and meaning. It can often remind you to just stop for like 10 seconds and breathe before you engage again, or whatever's happening around you, before you pay attention to all of that out there. Like literally hold on for 10 seconds and just breathe for a second. Just breathe any way you want, in the way that you need to. I'm never going to tell you what tempo to breathe in. There are experts for that out there. I am not a breath coach. I am not a Wim Hof follower. I understand the meaning behind it and why there's benefit to it, but I'm never going to probably push you to do that. I don't think that's my purpose in life. And plus, I don't want to pretend to be an expert in it when I'm not. So you can just breathe any way you want when you're with me. All right. So we've got a few other people here with me. Don't know what your days are like and how fast you want to get going. What I am going to do today is read through the very brief thought process that I wrote out for this series, Just for Today Be Kind, number 2. I have a question. In the last one that I did, I just simply kind of hovered in the general mantra of Just for Today Be Kind, and just kind of allowed ourselves to be open to that concept. And I asked that you, whether you watched it live or later, spend some time thinking about, what does it mean to you? And does the concept of, when someone says to you, just for today, be kind, does it trigger something in you? Does it make you feel, does it bring up a bad memory? Does it feel like an instruction that you have a hard time with? Where did you go with that? What did it do for you? And this is what I want to do in these series that I'm developing on the 5 principles, is find out where you are at the raw beginning. Just acknowledge where you are with it. And as I try to unpack it in a variety of different ways as we go along, getting to the end of it, where are you at the end of it with your understanding about what the principle means and what can it or one like it do for you? Okay. So if you want to comment, now's the time to let me know. I'm very curious if anybody had that kind of, thought, or what kind of thought did you have when we just simply hovered around that concept of kindness without any attachments to it. Yesterday, Susanna says, I bumped into Rita on TikTok. She says hi to everyone and sends love, but wasn't sure she'd be able to make it. Thank you for letting me know, Susanna. Rita Krikorian Gazarian is a wonderful Reiki master and gemstone person, and she's just delightful. She's currently living in California. She's fantastic. Love her. She's got some Reiki books available out there if you want to look for them on Amazon. I think you can probably look up her name, Rita Krikorian Gazarian. And Mindy asks, how's Opie doing? Opie's good. He's wonderful. We went out this morning before the sun came up. Sun didn't come up till 7:30. And he wasn't very happy about the temperature, even though it was like 8 degrees. He still wasn't happy about it. He'll get used to it. He will get acclimatized. All right. And Guiding Light says, I'm on island time here in the Key West. No worries at all. Okay, good. I love that concept of island time. So I'm in Northern Ontario, about 3 hours north of Toronto, and just retired with my husband. I say retired because he's no longer working and he's now living in my sphere. We're working out how to be with each other full time, having spent 35 years in, 6 other countries over the last 35 years, and not, him getting up and going to work and me doing my thing, which is a counselor and a Reiki practitioner and Reiki master. Over the years, we've just had our days apart, weekends together, of course, but then now we're full on time here together. So we're not island time, we're on lake forest time, where we're literally living in a cottage on a lake in the forest. And just, you know what? It's really weird. It still feels like I'm on vacation. I don't know if that's going to change quickly. I'll let it be what it is. But right now, like, we have construction going on as well, still in the house. The office that I'm in right now is minuscule compared to that last gigantic office I had in Nairobi. This one is literally a shit show behind me. I'm not even going to show you. It's just construction. What matters is that I've cleared a space for me to operate in and to feel really good. And I have this beautiful little friend here, Mini Mish. Thank you, Susanna, again. I have her sitting right here with me with her Reiki Master Stone Apophyllite, just to make me feel like I'm in my own space and not a construction site all the time. There we go. And Guiding Light 1111. She's a Reiki master living in Key West. Okay, so here's the deal. You are welcome to join the sample session and perform as a Reiki master if you want to help the group elevate, and just kind of be in that intentional presence of everybody receiving what they need most, despite what I think, despite what you think, despite what they think, and just allow the vibrations to rise high, and everybody's energy body will grab what they need emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually in the way they need it most at this present time. I welcome you to send along with us, or not send, but connect along with us. Susanna is also a Reiki practitioner. Rita, who might show up as a Reiki practitioner. Lorianne, who shows up, is a Reiki master. So we have a number of people here that show up and connect. Now, also, I respect the fact that a lot of the times as a Reiki master, Reiki practitioner, we don't spend a lot of time in receivership. So Guiding Light, if you are wanting and needing or just feeling you want to be part of the receivership today, have at it, girl. Like, no problem. Let's do that. Let's have you be available for that in a receivership mode as well. All right. You can decide when you need to. And you can also flip flop out and in, because you know how to do that. You can do what you need to do. All right. Susanna says you need to buy Opie a winter coat and booties and a hat. I do. I plan on it. Everybody's here is laughing at me because I have him on a leash right now, a little harness and a leash. But we literally live in the middle of nowhere with bears and foxes and deer and moose and big ass raccoons. They're scary. And I know that they're going to tank him if they get a hold of him. So I kind of don't want him running off, but the locals are all kind of like, what do you got him on a leash for? Just let the cat go. I'm like, I see so many posts on this lake alone about people losing their cats. Why do I want to invite that? And yeah, I'm a little overprotective as cat mom, but I'm not ready to let him go. He's 17 also. So while he thinks he's like a really tough dude, yeah, he's so not. He really isn't. But I am going to get him a hat and a coat and booties. All right. Mindy says, we need more kindness in this world. Being kind is always a goal. So I'm excited about diving in deeper with this one. Awesome. Mindy, did you do the last one? And were you triggered in any way with the concept of kindness, talking about it? And just like kind of sitting in the moment of what the heck is this thing? Or was it just kind of like I could do this more? I'm curious how you guys felt about number 1 in this series. All right. Do you miss my work? You still have regular Reiki clients, right? So not 100% retired, maybe. Right. So I'm not 100% retired at all. I don't ever foresee myself leaving doing what I do, because this feeds me, as well as it just gives me this landed place to be. So I don't imagine I will retire. I do have clients. I have as many as I like and need, and I do a blend of Reiki and counseling because I have been a Reiki master since 2009, but I've been doing Reiki for 20 years now, and I've also been a qualified counselor for 20 years. So what I end up doing is a blend of Reiki and counseling. It's just how things have rolled out for me, especially over probably the last 10 years. This is what I've been doing. And so, yeah, I'll keep doing it. And no, I'm not completely retired. I can't imagine being completely retired. Oh my God. Milan is just joined us on Instagram. I haven't seen you in ages, girlfriend. Hello and welcome. Welcome back. You can stay there on Instagram. We're also live on YouTube. And by the way, guys, the QR code, which I am going to shut down before I start the session, is for this channel. I'm just putting it up there. It's a screenshot if you haven't followed or subscribed. And there's my QR code if you want to find me later. All right. Guiding Light says she will for sure. That's with respect to joining us as a receiver or as a connector and a Reiki master. This is fantastic. Susanna says kindness is not a problem for me. I agree with Mindy. We need kindness in the world. Yeah, it'll be interesting how I'm led to unpack the meaning of all of this. It's going to be very, very interesting. Okay, so Milan says she's going to head over. It's Milan Michaela. Head over to YouTube to join us here so she can partake in the comments. That's wonderful. Yeah, I'm happy for you to stay on Instagram as well. Not a problem. Need some people over there as well just to keep it going. And conversation can run there as well. I am keeping OP safe, Mindy. Yep, it is most important. Susanna says I'd keep him on a lead for a while. He needs to get used to his new place first, and that will take time. 100%. You bet. All right. And Mindy and Susanna are saying hi to you, Milan. Welcome, welcome. All right. Listen, I'm not going to belabor this anymore. I appreciate you all for being here. So to remind people who might have just joined afterwards, when I do a distance Reiki connection, it's going to be between 10 and 12 minutes. I don't know. I kind of just know when to stop because the energy just kind of sits in that intention for doing its thing for 10 minutes. It is a sample session. A normal Reiki session will run anywhere between a half an hour and an hour and a half, depending on the Reiki master and their way of being, and also depending on the energy flow and what the client needs. So I use a proxy. So a lot of people stand and do this. Perfectly fine. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. That's not my MO. I don't do this when I do a distance Reiki because very frequently with a distance Reiki, I'm holding a photo or the name of the person and their location in my hands. And so over time, I've developed this kind of posture. And so I hold the photo or the name or whatever, and I hold it like this. It's at my heart chakra. And for me, it just feels like it's the right way to flow. So there we go. Oh, hang on. Susanna says Wade isn't here. So instead of him, I will remind people to hit the like button. Oh, thank you. So that Mish's channels keep getting visibility. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, Wade is not here. Where's Wade? Wade's always here. Okay. And Bryce. Haven't seen Bryce in a long time. Don't know what's up with Bryce other than he is abroad right now. Today's proxy, just to show those of you who didn't see earlier, is an ammonite, a fossilized ammonite from Dorset, UK. It is a marine animal that has been fossilized. And as I read today's meaning of what I am doing, I am going to just hold this as my focal point. I'm going to hang on a minute. I'm going to step out. I have to turn off the air for a second. It is boiling in this room because the sun's coming out. Bear with me. I'm back. We have the heat on in the house right now because it's cold at night and it's starting to get really warm in here. All right. So for those of you who are new, I'd like you to get comfortable, have a little glass of water or whatever, doesn't matter, and just kind of find that comfy spot. Yeah, and Susanna says these ammonite are something like 48 million years old. It is technically pretty mind-blowing. Absolutely. All right, let me clear up here. We'll hide that and go back here. All right. So what I'm going to do first is remind you that our intention for this session is that everyone receive what they need most for their highest good, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually, in some combination for your highest good. Reminder, your highest good, despite what you think it might be, and despite what I think it might be. You'll get what you need in the amount that you need it, whether you're watching this live or later. The intention will continue to exist in the video through the link and through the work that I do with it. And we've got a few Reiki masters with us today, including our new member, Guiding Light, Quadruple One, and Susanna. All right. So I'm going to read my thinking for number 2 in this series of Just for Today, Be Kind. Just for today, be kind. Kindness, as an overarching idea and concept, is fairly easy to overlook, and it's somewhat difficult to demonstrate consistently. However, when you're connected to something bigger than yourself, you know there's more than just you and your biology. You're centered in your thoughts, and you're grounded in the flow of a gentler, softer energy. You can find that it's easier to be kind than you initially thought. When you are kind, the energy that flows through you is clearly of a higher vibration. You feel happier, lighter, and calm. This energy comes from a grounded, centered, and connected place of universal life source living inside of you. And consequently, that energy flows naturally and develops levels of kindness. Let's spend today feeling centered, connected, and grounded, and allow kindness to be present. Okay, that's where we are. That's what I was thinking of. Instead of just walking into kindness and, am I kind? No, we're not doing that. Kindness will flow when you are centered, when you are grounded, when you are connected. I'm not going to tell you what connected means. I'm going to let you hover with that today. We will be unpacking this through the remainder of the series. Okay. So here we go. Whether you're standing or sitting or laying down, it doesn't matter. Allow your body to find a place of comfort. And just breathe any way you want. And just for today, be kind. Between the comfort of my body and the ease of my breath, I am connected. The energy of the cells in my body connect to the flow of my breath. And in this eased connection, I feel the cells of my body interplaying with each other, touching each other, moving together. Supporting me. And I allow them to be exactly what they are with no interference. And in this comfort of my body, the ease of my breath, I feel still and calm and a little heavy as I feel the earth's invitation to be completely present and grounded. And in this moment, I feel this invitation allowing me a point of centeredness, with a gentle energy. It feels warm and inviting. There's an overwhelming softness in tone to this energy that travels through my body and my breath, connecting me to the benevolence of universal life source. Through this groundedness, through being centered and connected internally and externally to universal life source. There is an ease in kindness. There is no effort associated with exemplifying kindness. Kindness manifests in this state of comfort and flow. If your mind has wandered, it's okay. Simply notice that it did. And you're welcome to bring it back to this present moment. through the ease of a breath, relocating the comfort of your body, its connectedness to the earth, and its centeredness with universal life force. In this exchange of time and energy, I recognize the ease of kindness throughout my entirety, my biology, my mentality, my emotional space, and my spiritual self. Because there is a flow of breath and a comfort of body, kindness is achieved and received effortlessly. In this present moment, I am emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually at ease. I feel the soft and gentle kindness of energy assisting me in the way that I need most in this exact present moment. And if my mind has wandered again, it's okay. Simply note where it went. Note the contents. And you'll gently come back to this present moment with the comfort of your body and the ease of your breath. Feeling the weight of your body ground you, the intentionality of your thoughts in your center, and the flow of the energy which connects you to universal life source. With feeling of benevolence and care and kindness. Foster your wellness. If your thoughts go sideways, it's okay. Bring them back with your breath. Feel the gentle motion of change. And your ability to allow the flow of energy uplifting you in the way that you need most, emotionally, mentally, physically, and spiritually. And just for today, be kind. All right, for those of you who've been with me since the beginning, I think we've been going close to 12 minutes now. I loved how this one felt because it felt like it was being connected to the core of the earth and yet to everything outside of me physiologically. And as always, I come here for the feeling that I get from helping those of you who are here connect to these higher energies that are 100% always available and remind you that they're not separate from you. They are inside you. It's just giving yourself a few minutes to remember that. Starting off with finding a place of comfort for your body and just accepting that you're going to breathe somehow. You're going to get there. But it's important to find that resting point. Everybody's resting point as a starting point is important and it's unique. So you're not going to be like everybody else. And I respect that and I appreciate that. And that's why I start off talking that way, is because I truly believe you just need to be you in this moment that we get started. All right. I'm curious how you guys felt through this. I will do the excerpt of this and put a little bit of music to the background and post it on the channel later today or tomorrow. I'll leave this one up until I do post the excerpt and the explanation that goes along with it. I see our friend Wade has joined us. Wade, so happy you're here. We were talking about you in a good way. Wade, I don't think you saw the proxy that I used today, and this might be something that you can think about in your yoga trances that you go through. A fossilized ammonite from Dorset, UK, from Susanna. What a really meltingly deep, warm feeling that fossil has. You expect fossils to be cold and hard and to resonate that way. No way. That sucker was wailing with connectivity and purpose. It really helped me focus on you guys. And just being an elevated energy, helping you receive what you need most. And I appreciate Guiding Light for being here today and doing that, and Susanna as well for being here and doing that. And for Wade's cosmic hug from Arizona. Thanks, Wade. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm getting caught up in my words today. I was almost ready to slur. I was just so relaxed, but also just feeling like the weight of the world was gone. And I think that in feeling that and feeling uplifted, supported, connected, that the word benevolence came out of me today. It's not one that I've written up in this series. I might come back to it. But benevolence, it's just unadulterated kindness for no reason. Benevolence was just like hugging me today. This is really lovely. I don't like that word. You're going to hear it again. It really came out of me today, feeling this kindness, overwhelming kindness with no strings attached from the universe. And as it flows through me, there is no effort in being kind. Being in this moment, though, this is hard, taking this out into the real world while your boss is giving you more work to do than you can handle. Your kids are hungry and somebody didn't do his homework, and your partner isn't in the best of moods, or the weather's cold, or your car doesn't start. Where does kindness fit into all of that? This is why I say Put a rock in your pocket that you love. Hold it for 10 seconds. Find that comfort in your body and the ease in your breath. Just let it be for 10 seconds and you'll be reminded of that interconnected flow. And maybe, just maybe, you'll have an awareness moment that will take you away from the unkind thoughts maybe you were creating, or verbalizations that were going to pop out of your mouth. Maybe that kindness will just resume inside you and you'll feel that again. All right. Mindy says, my habit has always been to relax and fall asleep during these sample sessions. Right, because I'm not in Nairobi anymore. I'm in Ontario. Your voice is calming, soothing, and familiar. Oh, thank you. I need to figure out how to shift to stay awake. I think because it's morning and you have an obligation to get up to your morning and meet the day, you just might end up being calm for the first part of your morning. As you get ready, you may feel like it feels like tiredness. But Mindy, think about the difference between feeling tired and falling asleep or feeling calm and just kind of chill with it all. See if there is an intellectual difference in your mind about it, and then try to live through these sessions during the day and accepting the calm and maybe grace that you feel internally because you've had that amped up Reiki connection because of the Reiki practitioners and masters that are here helping us all raise our vibration forward. Have a think about that if you want some homework, or don't think about it at all. It's your choice. All right. My Be Kind moment is coffee for everybody. Ha ha ha. Thank you, Wade. I will take your coffee. I'm going to go get one after this, actually, even though it's 11:15 in the morning. Susanna says, amazing session. I was on a beach, present moment, calming. My crystal skull helps me connect with higher consciousness. Fantastic. Loving this Reiki connection today made me a bit sleepy and dreamy. That's awesome. This is excellent. You're in that calm place where I think when things happen around you, you have an availability to have an awareness moment of when a more intense, less kind thought or idea or emotion comes near you or through you. You have an awareness moment, and then with that awareness moment, I'm always going to tell you, you have a choice for change. It's up to you. So take this calm, this quiet, this overwhelming benevolence that connects your energy, and let it make you aware of the level of kindness that you can operate from today. All right. A cosmic hug from East Sussex. Doesn't sound so grand, though. Are you kidding? I've never been there. It's a place I'd love to go. I think it sounds very grand. Milan, I'm so glad to have you back. I haven't seen you in so long, and we're so happy to have you here. It was a very relaxing session today. My highly anxious 4-year-old melted into you, and relaxed calmly for the entire session. I feel incredibly grounded and ready to take on the day. Milan, this is beautiful news. You know what, by proxy, your child is enjoying your elevated energies that are helping you. Like I say, if we look after us, everybody gets a little bit of a benefit because we're less than we were before we started. Whatever it means for you, that's what's happening. I'm so happy for you, Milan, and for your 4-year-old who gets to benefit from it. Susanna says, I can afford to be a little sleepy at 4 p.m. here, though, on a Saturday. There you go. Good for you. All right, folks. Thank you for being here. Thank you for popping in on Instagram. It would be great if some of you could stay on Instagram and also foster a chat there, because I can see it going on. Flipping back and forth between the screens. I can do it if I focus a little bit cleaner, and or one of you just wants to take over that job for me. You can do that. Right now, nobody's over there, but that's okay. That's okay. What I'm trying to do is reestablish where we are in Canada right now, having been in Nairobi for the last 4 years and so many other countries before then, trying to figure out my time and place in this continent and in this time zone as well. I appreciate you being here. I'm going to be here for Saturdays for a while. I'll let you know when things change. And as always, I'll try to post the announcement for the live session a couple of days before we have it so that you have some advance notice. So if you're not getting any notifications, make sure you have hit the bell and you've subscribed, because if you hit the bell, you'll get an email with a link. Now that link will stay alive to access the entirety of this session until I take this session down, because I've uploaded the excerpt of the 12-minute Reiki sample session and I've uploaded the reading of the justification for this session. Okay, so that's how that's happening. All right. Wade, thank you for popping in. We will see you in your dreams. Okay, we know you do dream yoga. You get on that, dude. And as I said before, Wade, I do want to talk to you at some point. I've got your email address. I want to see if we can have you come and explain what you do to us. Not what you do to us, but what you do to all of us, so that we have a clearer understanding of some of the things you talk about, which are fascinating. All right, everybody, have an amazing day. All the best to Opie. Opie's my 17-year-old cat, for those who don't know. Settling down. He needs to get used to being an Arctic cat now. Big shift for that kitty. He needs a heavier coat for sure. And Guiding Light says, wonderful having access to your channel at this time of day. Thank you, Guiding Light from the Key West, Reiki Master. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm so glad this timing works for you. I really, really am. It's wonderful. And Wade would love to. I will reach out to you. Let me get my head sorted and get rid of the, well, I'm not going to get rid of the construction site until the construction's done, but we'll see how that goes. Hugs all around from Mindy. All right, Mindy, go do your homework. And we will talk to you later, okay? Have a glorious day, afternoon, or evening, everyone. I'll probably catch you next weekend.